All right, a little foggy. Felt a little like San Francisco out there this morning.
It's thick outside, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yesterday, temperatures after the storms, they did drop into the 70s.
Right.
But when you stepped outside, you
it's
really
still,
couldn't tell.
Yeah, the humidity just still grabs you. And you're saying it's continuing. It's been like this the last several days.
It really has. We've got that unsettled pattern sticking around with us. Thankfully, a severe threat for us, incredibly low. But we had a lot of severe weather yesterday with tornadoes as well as a lot of wind damage across the entire U.S. So here's a look at what we had dealt with yesterday. Thankfully, all of that has moved its way out, but still a lot of damage and continuing to be picking up. Every one of those all kinds, that is indicating either a tree down, hail damage, or winds taking place across the entire U.S. Quite the active day for us. We did have some rainfall, but it wasn't for everybody. You'll notice the majority of that just south and west of I-65. Today, looking to see a little bit more widespread activity, but still not consuming your entire afternoon. As Nick mentioned, it does feel like San Francisco. You step outside, maybe you fixed your hair, it's going to get big and frizzy because we are dealing with those dew points quite high and your visibility is low thanks to the fog. Right now over in Cookeville, you're at 1 mile. Sparta coming in at 0. You head your way into Crossville, 2 miles, 3 in McMinnville, and then just over into Paris at 1. Now, just because your immediate location isn't showing up, that doesn't mean you're completely clear. It's going to be waves of fog, especially on some of those roads that aren't as well traveled. The city coming in at 10 miles with a temperature of 77 degrees. That high this afternoon looking to head back into those 90s. We've got a few upper level clouds just off to our west. We are clear when it comes to any amount of rainfall right now, but heading into the afternoon, things are definitely going to change as well as these temperatures. Right now over in Cookeville, you are at 70. Bowling Green 76, one of the warmer spots. The city 77, over in Columbia 73, as well as pushing down into Fayetteville. So right after lunch, that's when you're going to notice more of those fair weather cumulus clouds popping up. Then we're going to notice some grayer clouds beginning to take place. This is thanks to a short wave moving back in, continuing that unsettled pattern where we will have some scattered showers and thunderstorms as we go around that 1 to even 8 o'clock hour. Now this model run obviously is not the gospel, but it gives us a good indication, and you can tell it's looking to be more widespread. These cells are going to bring some heavy downpours. Thankfully, our wind threat is incredibly low, which will definitely help us out. We'll continue to see this pattern as we head throughout the early evening hours before it will move its way through. Then tomorrow, we're going to do it all over again. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast. Today we're going to top out at 90 degrees. It's going to feel closer to those upper 90s to triple digits just off to our west. Very muggy. I mean, when you step outside, it's like you have on that summer sweater. Tomorrow morning we'll start out in the 70s. By the afternoon, a high of 89. So basically right at that 90-degree mark. It's still going to feel as if we are in the mid to upper 90s. Rain chances still high as we'll continue to see quite a bit moving its way through. Still unsettled going into Friday, then we get a little break on Saturday, more isolated, spotty conditions. So if you have outdoor plans, keep them. Just make sure that you are staying weather aware. And then we go into next week where cold front moves in, dropping highs back into the 80s. Right now, let's take a look at what's going on with sports.